If I made $50,000 a year or less, what would a seasoned real estate professional like myself do to get started in real estate? It's a question we get asked in many different ways from many different folks, and I would tell you right off the bat, I've been doing this 27 years and I've never, and I've got to tell you one more time, never use my own cash or my own credit in any of the deals I've done. I've done thousands of them, and that's not an understatement or an exaggeration. I've always come to the table creatively in one way, shape, or form. If I didn't have enough money to really invest in real estate, and it's a misnomer, by the way, that you have to save up cash and can only buy a house with the cash that you've saved up because you don't want to get a bank loan or whatever your thought process is. You'll never save up enough cash to be a successful investor and build a portfolio if you're making just even an average W-2 living. There's just not enough cash after expenses left over. So I would get creative. I love no cash, no credit deals. There are deals out there right now in your market where people owe a lot. They may not be able to sell without taking a check to satisfy the mortgage. There are people that just want you to take their payments over. They're kind of saying, here, somebody, just get this albatross off of my neck. There are many situations where you can buy houses subject to, which is where you're buying the property but not leaving the mortgage in place. There are many cases where you can find a motivated seller through a lease option, lease purchase, an option subject to owner financing. I just did a video on how I bought a 4-unit apartment building with none of my own money or credit, borrowed a private loan and got the seller to finance the balance. There are many ways and many strategies in real estate to get started where you don't have to have cash and you don't have to have even good credit. You're not signing personally for these deals in most cases with banks. You're going to sign with a private lender if you're going to borrow money. But the best thing, guys, is to get into Facebook groups, get into local wholesaler communications, find a good realtor to look on the MLS for you. You're looking for creative deals, for motivated situations. You're looking for the old lady in the neighborhood who God is getting ready to pass away and may have an opportunity there, and heirs live on the other side of the country. There are so many scenarios where a motivated seller and a motivated situation exists where you can step in with a little bit of knowledge and work a deal where they're happy, where you can literally get a free house and ultimately just take over payments. We were at a training the other day. We got a call from an attorney that we had sent a letter out to. We send letters out to all the probate attorneys. Say, if you have a client or a situation where there's a house that needs to be liquidated, we'd love to make an offer. So the attorney called in, said, we got a house that's in probate. It was lower price. They owed like 68 grand. It was worth about 150, needed work. I said, best we can do is just take over the payments with that work. She said, yes. So we're buying a house for free. All we had to do is take over the $711 a month payments, and the house literally is ours. We'll have a couple bucks in closing costs. It needs some work. We're going to bring in an investor for about 30 grand, do the work. We'll give the investor a second mortgage on the property. Now the property is worth 150 grand. Probably sell it. We've got about 100 in it. Make 50,000 bucks. Didn't cost us a nickel. It was a free property because it took over the mortgage. I could go for hours on the ways you can find these leads. Takes a little knowledge. Yes, it does. But they're out there. If you want to get started, there are ways you can get creative. No cash, no credit deals in real estate. It's a great starting point for most people. Don't be a wholesaler, by the way. The worst place you could start. A lot of reasons for that, and I mean that. But ultimately, if you want to get started in real estate, don't have a lot of excess funds to invest, there are ways. If you have any questions, email into the link here. Be glad to answer and help any way that I can. But I get asked that question a lot. I want to just do a quick video on my thoughts. Those are my thoughts. Never in 27 years have I used my own cash or credit. Not going to start now. You shouldn't either.